Man's learning, because next time, magic missile right to the face.
You seem confident. Why don't you arm wrestle me for it?
Good! I feel your power. Right through the forest we're going, and not one of you buggers better mess with us. I do not know how, but Jaren Culver has resurfaced as the Supreme Counselor, reigning over Nevin.
Look down on the table and say, I'm in.
What's our first task?
We must find these 6 stones in the chaos that this nation is in.
While I'm putting my stuff on, I'm gonna look over to Tave and say, hey, whenever Rin woke me up for watch, she said that she saw a figure outside the window down on the street with a lantern. When I looked, I didn't see anybody. I don't know if it seemed to... she was unsettled about it, but I didn't see anybody or nothing odd happened during my watch. What about yours?
I got a little spooked there for a second. Some sounds, but I didn't see any man walking outside, so...
Well, I'm happy to eat some of my rations instead of going over to the thickety pot for breakfast.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'm just eating breakfast in the room, locked door, chair scooted up underneath.
When do you guys when do you guys read
If she hasn't woken up by like 10, that's when I'd probably...
She'd be snoozing pretty hard.
While she's sleeping, I want to go outside and check on the horses, make sure the horses are still there.
Yep.
I'll go downstairs and see if I can get any more information about the lake from the guy that runs his place.
As long as you keep the peace.
All right, so what time do you guys do this? So do you leave Rin in her bed?
Alone.
No. Yeah.
Oh my god, why?
I have no reason to think that she's in danger or anything like that. So
I'll probably be fine. They're gonna drag me off and like eat me to death.
That's fine.
So.
Eat me to death.
Eat me to death. They're eating me to death.
I saw something on that menu. Rin pot pie or something.
She was so excited about the menu, dude, and then she goes, and I was like, oh, she saw it.
Now it's even more upsetting.
Okay, so Desmond, you said where you're going first. You said you're going to check on the horses?
Yeah, I'm gonna go check on the horses and kind of look up and down the street, see if I see any.
You had where did you guys have them posted?
Oh no.
Outside the first place we went in, which would have been the cabinet, I think.
The creepy cabinet, yeah. Horses are fine. All 4 of them.
Do I see Theron anywhere?
Yeah, so you see Theron. I'm assuming Theron, you're kind of packing up your campsite.
Yeah.
Okay. I give him a friendly nod as give the horses some food and whatnot.
Just raise my hand up, wave at him.
Okay. Tave, what were you doing?
I was looking for the
Leonard.
of the
Yes.
creepy cabinet.
So you find him in the main room where he often where he's pretty much stayed this whole time. You can't even tell that he's really slept. Just kind of sweeping behind a counter at this point. Sees you walk in.
Do you know anything about the lake? or have any information possibly that we may need to know, that's where we're about to head.
All you need to know is the lake does not keep the peace.
No, like, specific information other than it is, in fact, dangerous, or...
Your heresy rivals that of Lady Blanche's. Stay away from the lake. Keep the peace.
All right, well, thank you for letting us stay in your inn. We'll be out shortly.
Keep the peace.
I'll kind of walk back upstairs to the room.
Okay. The time is 10 a.m. On the sixth day of Tarsak. Ren, you awaken after a long rest. You kind of awaken from kind of in a jolt, realizing that you slept longer than you meant to. But Tave is in the room and awake and moving around.
Did anything else happen last night? Did anybody else see anything? Do you know?
No, I don't think Desmond saw anything.
I saw a figure outside in the woods with a lantern. It was the man we saw earlier. I just feel like
Which man?
the one who was at the saw, like sawing something, but not the right way.
Huh.
So maybe we should just make haste. That's all. I'm like frantically packing my stuff as I'm saying this.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, Tave has all of his stuff already packed up, so he's just going to go over there and grab his backpack. Did Desmond leave his stuff in here too?
I would have taken everything with me to the horses.
Okay.
It's cardio day.
Leg day.
Going for a walk in my armor.
As Ren's like finishing up, packing up, I'm gonna say, I'll meet you at the horses. And
Right.
I'll pick up my bag and go.
So what's
I'm
the plan?
hustling.
I'm ready to go.
Did we say we wanted to sell the fourth horse when we got into town? Or I wasn't sure if we agreed on that or...
I think we said
decided,
that that was an idea.
Okay. Well, to be honest, I'm not sure who all we'd want to sell it to. Maybe that one guy who was eating the 9 wolf steaks with us. He seems reasonable.
Doesn't seem like he has a horse. Maybe he would want it.
Yeah,
It's possible. We can also check that store out if we want to.
Might as well. Sounds like we might want to consider talking to that older lady who, I mean, if I was here, I wouldn't want people to come near me either. So maybe she's more sane than the rest of them, or she could be much worse. It's difficult to say.
I feel like whatever information we're going to get, it's all going to kind of be the same at this point. I feel like we're really not going to even know what to expect until we just get to the lake. But she may have some good information.
Well, let's do the store first since we know we want to do that.
Okay. So you guys are headed to the store? To Rufus Ruffinets?
Yeah. Ruffusages and goods.
Goods and Ruffages, yeah.
Goods and Ruffages.
So, Theron, you see the three of them. Do you walk over there and lead your horses, or how do you do this?
If they're still tied up or hitched up to the place that they're at, I guess just leave them there for now.
Okay.
Until we're ready to
Probably
leave.
just leave it.
Yeah, so Theron, you see the three companions leaving the creepy cabinet inn and head to the west. So as you guys head over there, it's a building made about like the rest, and whenever you enter, a small bell dings whenever you open the door. And inside is a man in common clothes. He's very slender, adjusting something on a shelf. And as you look around the room, you see that this building is full of just an assortment of different kinds of goods. Based on what your expectations were, could be exactly what you expected. If were hoping for something more, then you would be a little disappointed with the selection available to you. The slender built man turns around and you see that he doesn't have sleeves in his kind of common jerkin with a tie kind of at not like a business tie, but just like a leather tie kind of at his chest. He turns around and his hair is just disheveled. It's brown and long. He's got kind of a scraggly long beard. He says, "Welcome. Welcome. Are you here to buy anything?"
Well, it's possible. We were just here to look around.
Wait. I can get this right. Welcome to Rufus Ruffinit's Goods and Ruffages. Right.
I'm going to clap for him a little bit.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I am all right, sir.
Good. Do you mind if we take a look?
Have all the looks you want. Looks are for free. I don't have that on a ledger anywhere, but you can look. That's fine. The name's Rufus Ruffinit. I own this place. This is Rufus Ruffinit's Goods and Ruffages.
Well, nice to meet you, Rufus. I'm just going to take a little look around, if you don't mind.
Nice to meet you too. I already forgot your name.
Tave.
Tave. I am so sorry, sir.
It's fine.
My name is Rufus Ruffinit.
It's a great name.
Thank you.
I'm just going to kind of walk along and let him greet the next person in line. I'm just going to kind of start rummaging through all of his ruffages.
Rummage it through his ruffages.
I'm going to stand outside the door of the shop. I don't need anything, so I'm just going to watch.
Okay.
I'm going to walk up to Sarah.
To Ren?
Well, I don't know her name.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I just kind of look at her and say, "Good day."
Hello. Did you have a good night?
No, not really.
Where'd you
A bit
sleep?
cold.
A bit cold. So you slept outside?
I just kind of hop on 2 feet, indicating that I slept on the ground. Like,
Do you see anything while you're
Just
out
kinda-
there?
I reckon I slept pretty good, eh? Nope. It was a fairly peaceful night.
Indeed.
Tave,
I'm gonna go in the shop, eh? Okay. So I walk in.
Tave.
Go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
Rufus walks over to you, not like uncomfortably close, but just kind of a respectful distance, says, "Is there something specific you would be looking for?"
No, not really. I was just interested in any of the more expensive items that you may have. For
Absolutely,
sale.
sir. Right away.
I too want to know what they have in the shop because I'm about to get handsy.
So he kind of walks over to a shelf, and he moves some items out of the way, and he produces a shovel, and he brings it over to you. He says, "This, sir, is a shovel. With it, you can dig holes, and you can whop things on the head, should they bother you too much. Things like rats."
I see. Well, do you have any weapons or armor?
Weapons and armor. Are you looking for hunting equipment?
Sure.
Absolutely, sir. So he sets down the shovel, and he goes and he gets a knife, kind of a long knife from behind the counter, and he says, "This is not the only one I have. I have 2 others that are very similar, but this is the best one I've got. This, sir, is a hunting knife."
All right. Well, how much for that? Does it look decent to Tave?
Yeah, roll an investigation. It's not the greatest. I mean, from the troop, from the encampment that you came from, I mean, there were people that were pretty skilled not weaponsmiths, but they were skilled with the weapons they had. And while there was a lot of rough characters from your upbringing, there were people that were specialists and very particular about their weapons and had impressive weapons. And especially compared to your greatsword, it doesn't measure up.
Right.
But for where you're at, you figure, this is something. "I could part with this one, sir, for 3 silver pieces."
All right. Sure. That's fair.
"Thank you, sir." And he offers it to you. He kind of hands it out to you, almost like a squire handing a knight a sword.
Okay. I'll just take it. And does it come with a sheath as well?
"Oh, yes, sir. Right away." And he goes kind of over to kind of a cabinet, and he rips some cloth off of a larger piece of cloth, and he holds it out, and he said, "If you please, sir." And he takes the knife that you just bought from him, and he kind of wraps the blade in the cloth.
Okay.
I want to take a look around before I leave, see if there's like anything of use that I can just pocket real quick.
Okay.
Like-
Is there anything that you're looking for specific?
Maybe like empty water skins. Maybe like little small knives, knickknacks, whatever.
Okay,
Maybe
roll investigation.
copper laying on the ground. Stuff like that.
Knick-knack, paddywhacks.
Give a dog a bone.
Okay. Yeah, you do find an old water skin kind of over on the side.
Okay, I want to slide a hand that, dude.
Okay. Yeah, roll sleight of hand. Okay. You have to move a piece of like an item off of it in order to get to it, but you do that and you pocket the water skin.
Do I notice if Desmond sees me, dude? that or not.
Roll. What's your passive perception, Desmond?
16.
Desmond, anybody with above an 11 that's inside the shop sees Theron do this.
I just give Desmond
whether you see Desmond see you do this is kind of up to Desmond.
I want to like slide over to him and just kind of lean in and be like, you thirsty there, friend?
was a bunch of weirdos. Hey, they don't need it anyways.
Hey, Matt, can I do a look around the shop specifically for things that would, like being this close to like a lake, like I want to look for like any fishing gear, any like paddles, obviously there's not gonna be like a boat or a canoe in there, but that sort of thing, fishing net, aquatic paraphernalia.
Yeah. Do you want to ask him about it or you just want to look around?
Just look around like on the walls and just kind of see what's.
Yeah. Roll investigation. It's a very messy shop. There doesn't seem to be any kind of organization to it. Great. While you don't see any like rod and reel, you do see what could for sure be used as fishing line.
All right. I'll leave it be and I shuffle up next to Tave. Anything else we need, or?
Not that I can think of.
And so Rufus, talking to you again, Tave. Sir, if you don't mind me asking, you asked for something of a specialty kind. What did you mean?
Just something that I couldn't find anywhere else. I don't know.
Oh.
Like one-of-a-kind things.
Do you mean something like a potion of sorts?
Sure, I'd definitely be interested in that.
A potion? There's only one person in Sandalwood that has any kind of alchemical sciences background. That would be the Lady Blanche to the south of town. I am sorry, sir, but I haven't the heart to go and purchase from her. She keeps to herself, and I like me shop.
Well, thank you for the knife, and thank you for the information.
Thank you for your business, sir. May your knife slay many foes and bring you many meals.
I'll just kind of wave and leave.
I'm gonna tell him, thank you for your time, and I'm gonna put 3 silver on the counter next to him.
What would you like to purchase, sir?
Nothing. I'm just paying you for your time.
Thank you for visit Rufus Ruffinit's Goods and Ruffages. My name is Rufus Ruffinit, and this is my shop of goods and ruffages.
I'm nod at him and start walking, following Tave.
Bunch of weirdos, eh?
Walk back outside.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm back outside.
Well, Ren, you may get your wish.
I always do. What are you talking about, though?
Well, it seems that Rufus in there thinks that if we want any potions or anything like that we have to go talk to the lady up the street with the stay away sign.
Oh. She seems to have all of the goods and information around here, doesn't she?
Yep. Looks like you lucked out.
Well, we'll see.
I say we just head that way now. because we need to get to the lake by dark, if possible.
That's true. We can't dilly dally.
I was heading out that way anyways, if you want some company.
Do you have a means of transport?
My 2 feet.
Well, and I kind of look at Tave and Rin and say, well, we have a horse that might be for sale, at the right price, of course.
Or I can take it from you. I'm just playing, mate. I'm just playing. What's your price?
Tave, what do you think a fair price would be?
How about you just owe us one?
Oh, yeah? And what's that?
I meant just whenever, like you can have the horse now and we can all journey together, and then you can just owe us all a favor down the road.
I'm not very good with owing favors. Kind of to myself, but you give me a horse, I owe you a favor. Sounds good to me.
All right.
Well, that seems settled. Seems we have an agreement. We're off to talk to Lady Blanche, so you're more than welcome to accompany us. And after that, I think we're going to head out and make our way towards the lake.
Okay.
All righty.
So you guys are headed that way?
Yeah.
Okay. And you do come up on the sign, the old rotten wooden sign that reads, "Stay away."
All right. Well, here we are.
Should we maybe have an excuse as to why we're not staying away, or maybe have a gift or something to exchange for information?
Well, if we're looking to buy potions,
All right. Well, let's go.
All right. I'm gonna go last so that I can see Therian in front of me.
Theron?
Yeah, there.
I have dark vision, so I can be towards the front.
Okay. It is daylight.
Okay.
It's probably getting probably around 11:30. But even though it is daylight, as you kind of go into this canopy, almost like a tunnel into the woods, you come upon another sign further down the path that reads, "A curse be upon ye."
Do we really need this information in these potions?
On the road, yeah.
I'm going to stop my horse if I'm towards the front.
If she stops, I'm gonna stop.
Just don't look too promising. I'm gonna look to the group and say, "Oh, this don't look very good, but I don't think it's very smart to go in there."
I'm in agreement with our new friend.
Well,
How far away is the house?
You can see it now.
what's it look like?
It's
How far away is it?
It's a very
Is it
small hut. Maybe, I mean, it's not too far away. It's more kind of around. The reason it was blocked from view is because it was kind of around the path, around the bend, obscured by thick foliage and thick forest. It's within it's within like 30 to 45 feet, so relatively close. It's a small little hut. It looks like a one-room building, maybe a almost looking like a 10 by 10 kind of room, or smaller, even. Maybe a 7 by 10.
This is really sketchy, guys.
That's really sketchy, guys.
Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Detect magic.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you get within 30 feet of, like, to where your 30-foot aura is encompassing the hut.
No, I just want to sense what I sense right where I am.
Right
and
where
then
you are. Okay.
I might move forward, or I might.
Looking around you, the magic, the sense of magic in the air. Again, not like the Lion King magic, but the kind of bad feels magic, the kind that you don't recognize, kind of thing, is here, but it's a bit more faint than it was inside the village of Sandalwood, or the village proper. But where you are, there's nothing. There's nothing specific that you see or sense.
All right, I'm gonna turn to Tave and everybody else and just say, I might be able to sense if she has any magic if I move forward, but this sign is sort of threatening. So what do you guys think?
How far away are we from the hut right now?
Maybe about 40 feet, 45.
We could call out and see if anybody answers.
I don't mind to get a little closer to see.
Would I be moving past the sign if I move like within 30 feet of the hut?
Yes.
I'm gonna edge forward like
No.
right up to the sign, but
Okay.
not past it.
Okay.
Do I sense any more magic?
You're like 35, right at the edge of 30 feet away from the hut.
So close.
Is the sign rotten?
Yes.
Like, Tave's just gonna like push it over with his foot. Just kind of push it over and start walking.
Cool. I'll
the
follow.
the wood just kind of falls to pieces.
Yeah.
I'll move forward 5 more feet. This is how I die, guys.
And
Still nothing. 5 more feet. Still
All
nothing.
right, all
5 more
right.
feet.
That's what I would do if I cast a spell.
got my hand on my sword, just walking forward still, but
Okay.
slowly.
Oh, son of a bitch. I'll keep moving forward.
Okay. As you move forward, from within the hut, you do see some faint auras, outlining first some vials, or at least what makes the shape of vials, and then there is a rectangular shape that is outlined. That's it looks to be something that's to you it looks like these things are hovering in the air, and so your assumption is that these things are sitting on shelves.
Any person?
Yeah. So as you step in closer and closer, so you're about 20 feet away now. There becomes like almost as the kind of edge of your aura kind of passes over this new thing. You begin to see the outline of a hunched figure.
Do I know the School of Magic?
So you get a few different senses. You're going to have to ask you to roll an Arcana check because you're getting hit with a few different things.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Anybody else see me think about using my fortunes?
You get a handful of different schools, but you're not sure which ones are the ones that you're latching onto, which ones it exactly is. You're getting divination, enchantment, transmutation, and necromancy, but you don't know which ones exactly are the ones that you're sensing from this person.
I'm just going to say there's magic in there. Some magical being who I'm assuming is Lady Blanche.
Also, you see yourself and Desmond.
Oh, yeah. What is Desmond's school of magic?
A little bit of necromancy, but a lot of evocation.
There's a little bit of necromancy in there.
Actually,
A little bit of necromancy involved.
there's actually more than a little necromancy.
Oh.
There's a few things. Yeah.
So, relatively speaking, the most sinister thing in the area is Desmond.
Yeah. That makes me feel better. I feel okay about this now.
I turn and I look at it and I'm just like,
Oh, also abjuration. I want to add abjuration to that spell, to that school of magic that I gave you.
I do have one abjuration as well.
All right.
Lesser restoration.
Nope, it is Shield of Faith. Which is one that I have to take. I can't ever not take it.
All right, so what do you guys do?
I'll just tell them there's magic here, but we may have more, so it's up to you guys.
Real talk, how bad do you guys need whatever it is you guys need?
I don't need anything.
I mean, if you guys don't want to talk to her, there's just a chance that she knows something that could save somebody later.
Desmond gets off his horse.
You can say, get this shit and get out.
She might have potions as well. She might have them.
I think she does.
It's a possibility.
She might have potions.
Yeah, Desmond gets off his horse and I get about 10 feet away from the door.
Okay.
Tave will be walking shoulder to shoulder with him.
And then I clear my throat. Excuse me, is anyone home? I'm sorry to trespass. We saw the stay away sign, but we were informed in town that you might be selling potions of some sort. Is anyone there?
There's no answer.
I wait maybe 60 seconds.
Okay. 1 second.
Hello.
The time is 11:31 a.m.
I turn and I look at Cave and Ren, and I'm just kind of like,
I'm gonna knock on the door and like lightly and
Okay.
kind of just be like, hello, is anyone there? Because Ren already told us she was in there, right?
Yeah.
if we're disturbing you, we can leave at any time.
There's no answer.
Just thought you might be interested in some gold.
What's your passive perception, Tave?
11, I believe.
Okay. Well, so that's actually just enough. You did hear at this point, like walking up, you did hear like the faint creak, especially from last night. Your own chair creaking. You heard the creak of wood. It's almost very rhythmic, going back and forth. You gather that it's possibly either somebody shifting their weight a lot or possibly a rocking chair.
Oh.
And at the mention of gold, the rocking chair stops.
Okay.
But there's still no verbal answer.
I don't know why the rocking chair scares me so bad, but
I'll just knock again without saying anything.
How hard are you knocking?
I don't know.
Do you knock harder the second time? Strong
a little
guy?
bit.
Okay.
Not like a strong guy knock, but harder than
Don't knock the door down.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like bust in the door.
I almost want to ask what your passive strength is.
It's I don't think that exists.
I don't think it does either.
Are you knocking with a closed fist?
Just
I'm gonna knock with both hands.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Excuse me, miss.
Okay, so but especially with the state of the wooden door that you're knocking on, there's not a lock on this door. And when you knocked the first time, there was a bit of a rattle whenever you knocked. But it's not like rattling against like a frame. It's almost like it's just kind of moving further, just like slightly further in. And whenever you knock harder, it edges in slightly.
Okay, I'm gonna back up.
Like just from the force of your knock. Like it's not resting. The door's not resting against a frame.
Sure.
Hey Matt, did I hear whenever he mentioned gold? Did I hear the whole stopping of the squeaking?
How close are you to the door? To the hut?
I was 10 feet away, so I'd have been 5 feet behind Tave.
What's your passive perception?
16.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, I want to put my hand on Tave's shoulder, and I'm gonna cast guidance, the cantrip, and then I'm just gonna say, "Hey, mention gold again. I thought I heard something inside. Maybe we can persuade him to want to trade."
Like I said, I'm willing to pay quite a bit of gold for some potions if you know anything about healing potions or shielding potions, anything that might help us. We're going to the lake.
Desmond, after Tave says this, you hear a mutter from inside the hut, and the door opens the rest of the way.
Do I see anything?
You do.
You do?
You do! So you see the back, just silhouette of this old crone sitting in a wooden rocking chair, kind of facing a fireplace, just a very small fireplace against the far wall of this very small hut. You see just kind of scattered around the hut there's just a very just from where you're standing at the doorway, you see that there is just a very shoddy sleeping cot and shelves of all different kinds of things. And whenever the door opens further, a smell hits you, and it's a smell of both kind of a mothballs and dust, but also of a combination of things that is hard to put a pin on. You smelt a faint hint of this in Nerian's study, but you kind of gather that this is it's almost like an unfiltered version of an alchemical lab, and you do see almost very dirty, unkept, heavily used vials and jars and beakers lining shelves, and jars full of different kinds of things, all different kinds of things, things that are cylindrical, they're rectangular, things that look like parts of things, like animal tails, floating eyeballs, creepy crawlies, all different sorts of just spooky things in these jars.
Yeah, spooky.
Yeah, that's the gist of it all.
But the door opened by itself.
It's a little
Right.
weird. The door opened immediately after that mutter that you heard.
Okay. Because the figure's still in the chair.
Yes.
That makes it like 100 times worse. I'm not going in first. Get in there, holy man.
I'm gonna walk up to the door, and kind of peek in.
Okay. You see what Tave sees.
Yep. Is there? Okay, so it's a floor like it's wooden floor, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's no chance of me getting in there just without being seen or heard.
I think she knows we're here.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Hard to say.
There's only the one entrance because it's like a little shack, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. So it might be difficult getting in there with just the one door, especially if she's looking like right at us.
No, our back's to us, right?
Back's turned, yeah.
Oh, Baxter, yeah. Hey, yeah, go ahead, try it.
Well,
shoot for the moon.
I'll go ahead and go in. I'll walk in
How do you do this?
very silently.
Okay.
How do you want to do this?
Roll sleep.
So I'll go ahead and roll stealth for you.
Yeah, roll
Are you gonna
stealth.
kill us already?
Oh, goodness.
Okay. The first step that you take on the wooden floor just creaks as loudly as it could.
Okay, I'm gonna lift that back up and walk back outside.
I'm gonna
After
cast.
seeing this, I'm gonna be like, me and my friends here, we were curious if you'd be willing to maybe trade goods. We have coin, if coin interests you. Are you willing to trade? Are we interrupting anything?
Have you stepped into the hut, or are you standing outside?
So I'm like right at the door. Like
the
right.
door. Okay,
Yeah.
where's everybody else?
I'm right up behind him.
Because Tave stepped
Right at the
backwards.
door.
Okay.
And then
So there's it's like a crowd of like teenagers, just like everybody's just kind of leaning in like a Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
I'm not
Scooby-Doo
walking in
this.
unless I'm invited, but I'm right there at the threshold.
Very slowly, the rocking chair just creaks against the floor and spins around.
It's scary.
You see this very old woman, long, sheer white hair, nose that's coming down long, from where her nose ought to end. It just kind of keeps on going.
It's a witch.
And when she turns around, she looks at all of you. Warning signs they do ignore. And here they stand right at my door. What do they want? What do they seek? Are they strong of mind? Or are they weak? What is everybody's reaction to this?
I'm being reactive to her because I don't want to overstep or anything like that. So.
Right, Tave?
It's a little abrasive.
Just a little bit.
I think he's still kind of standing there at the front of the door, just kind of looking in and just kind of waiting for what's next.
All right, Ren, what?
Can I do something, or do you just want to know what I think?
I want to know what the mental reaction to all of this is.
What if my mental reaction is casting something?
Magic missile!
So what is it that you're thinking about casting?
I just wanted to cast a message and say to her, we're strong and we're friends.
Okay, so you're kind of working up the
Yeah, so I'm thinking this.
behind all three of you here. Well, that's
getting out a
drinking
bottle
for
of
me.
Ren is eager to.
So you're thinking up the arcane language to cast a spell. Okay, so Theron, what is your mental reaction to this?
I'm pretty level-headed. Like things just don't really scare me too much.
Okay,
but
Niall,
I'm a little uneased by it all. Like, I guess I've never really seen it before.
Sure. Okay.
Shit.
She waits.
If you're willing to trade, we have money. Maybe you're not interested in money. Maybe you're interested in other goods. Maybe favors.
Can I do what I said I was going to do?
Yes.
I do that.
Okay. What do you say to her?
I just say we're strong and we're friends, and I'm gonna not curtsy, but do a little move of deference. I'm gonna what's up, bitch? Represent.
Okay, so you said we're strong and we're friends?
Mm-hmm.
So the rhyme that she spoke, you almost, as a response to your message, it's very immediate. It's almost surprising how immediate it is in your head. You hear almost an echo of the rhyme that she said at first.
Oh, no.
And then through it, you hear, what is the real reason you have come?
I'm going to step, not in, but just forward a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'll cast message again.
All right.
And just say, we're here for information and actually for potions. We're headed to the lake. And we think you know why.
She rocks a little bit back and forth.
It's unsettling.
If he senses that Ren is walking up behind him, then he's gonna kind of step out of the way a little bit.
Yeah. Ren's probably got this. Yeah, this is probably fine. I'll keep watch over there at the beginning of this tunnel.
Right. I'll be back there. I'm gonna go climb a tree. And we'll be over there inside of the tree.
Where's the sunlight at?
It's a nice tree.
So as she begins to rock back and forth a little bit, she speaks again. Far and wide, adventurers come to solve the mystery of the lake. Advice they want of Lady Blanche. But first, what deal could we make?
Oh, nope. Nope.
Did she say that out loud?
Yes,
or does
she does. She says that to everybody.
Maybe you would like something from the tower, from the lake, that we could bring you. We're not sure what the lake holds and what is in the tower, but surely there's something that would be fitting for an exchange of potions.
Very slowly, she stands, almost achingly getting out of her chair, as if she's been sitting there for years. She walks over to the group of you standing at her doorway. And she looks at you, Ren. And with her long, bony finger, she reaches out and wraps it underneath your necklace. Around your neck, a pretty thing. To Lady Blanche it goes, I think. Referencing the crystal that your mom gave you.
Yeah. Nope. That bitch.
Magic missile!
Close hand! I'm just gonna put my hand around the crystal and say, this is not for trade.
With what else could you part? To help an old woman with her heart.
I got some ball bearings.
Hey.
I got these ball bearings.
He's like pouring them into like his hands. Like, I got some ball bearings. When she says that, I kind of like look to everybody else, and I'm just like, I mean, I don't think I have anything.
Desmond turns around and says, "Who got the goal? Give me the goal."
I have a lyre in my backpack. I'm gonna take it out and be like, well, you could maybe enchant this to play music for you or something.
No. I'm going to lean over to Tave and tell him, look, I mastered the art of deception. Give it to me. I'll see what I can do.
Okay, I'll hand him the lyre.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Tave, tell me what this does again.
It doesn't do anything. It's a lyre.
All right. I got
Magical,
you. All right.
magical enchanted lyre.
All right. So as he hands this to me, I step up and stand there with my chin up, look at her for like a second to see if she says anything to me, and then hold my hand out.
Okay. She doesn't say anything to you.
Okay. I have here a lyre. I'm a liar. No, I'm just kidding. I've heard of magical enchantments you can use on this very piece that you can't use on any other in the whole land of Nevin.
Roll deception, Theron. Okay, nice. Very good. Desmond, Tave, and Ren, you hear Theron say this, and the three of you are all like, huh, if I didn't know better, I would be convinced. Like, he sold it. Theron, you sense a presence in your mind. Sarah, would you mind linking me one of your spells? Actually, I can probably find it.
Sure.
Brain explosion ray.
Brain explosion ray.
Yeah, that one that I've been saving.
Red Dragon Ember Storm.
Power to kill.
Burning annihilation beam.
I mean, I don't have any good ones. I've just got like wish here and
Just, you know.
You feel a presence in your mind, Theron. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
you did.
It's too soon to joke about
You
that.
did.
Wow.
Too soon to joke about that kind of stuff. Yes.
Oh goodness.
It's too soon.
And you realize that the old crone, the woman, is inside your head. What she's doing there, you don't know. But
Yeah.
you know that she's there, and you feel a sudden ache in your head. It's not like a migraine, but it's just like that, like
Something's there.
yeah, you don't want it there. And her gaze is just directly into your line, just making eye contact with you, and her penetrating gaze is there. She breaks it, and she shifts her gaze away from you and the lyre, back to the other three. She does not respond to you verbally.
Would I know what she did? Would I recognize that?
Roll Arcana. You sensed detect magic is still up, I assume.
10 minutes, so I don't know how long we've been standing here.
Okay, it hasn't been 10 minutes. The detect magic is still up, and so you sensed a strong sense of divination just now. And so you assume, you don't know for sure, but you assume it's probably detect thoughts, especially since you use that often.
I'll just say we came here to trade and hoping for information.
So the last thing that she said was, what else, with what else could you part to help this old woman with her heart?
Could drive my dagger through her heart.
You could certainly try.
I'm definitely not.
So she wasn't interested in the liar, I'm assuming.
Neither one of them.
Neither one.
Yeah, neither one. It doesn't seem like you leave your abode, your beautiful abode, very much. Perhaps we could bring you something that you don't feel like going and getting yourself. There's a lovely orchard out there. We could bring you some apples, maybe.
She seems uninterested at the suggestion.
I kind of look at Ren and Tave and just am like, I'm wide-eyed. I'm like, what we gonna do?
Okay, I'm gonna step up to her, like real close.
All right.
And I'm gonna unsheath my dagger.
Okay.
Desmond instinctively reaches for his sword, doesn't unsheath it, but
And I'm gonna look into her eyes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, tell me what you need before I drive this dagger through your heart. And I'm bluffing, just so the party knows I'm bluffing.
Well, we don't know that because we can't tell that.
depends on how you deceive.
I master the art of deception. It is what I
You're
do.
doing a good job of seeming like you're serious.
Pretty convincing, especially with the whole real blade in your hand.
Yeah, you're holding it. You unsheathed an actual blade.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Very slowly, she raises her finger. She points at you, Theron. Nothing happens. And she smiles slightly. And she just taps your chest. 1 second. There is a brief pause before you feel a very sudden, swift, terrible ache just wash through your entire body.
Would I assume what magic that is? Or seen magic happen?
Yes, necrotic. And you take 56 necrotic damage.
Oh.
What's your maximum health?
Oh, I'm dead.
Was your maximum health 22?
Yeah.
That's instant death.
Yep.
Yep. She did not take well to the threat. However, she didn't seem alarmed by the threat. She seemed, if anything, more amused. And she actually looks at you, Ren. And almost a wonder. And you actually hear a message inside your head. And you hear, you say you're strong, but you appear weak. Tave and Desmond, you don't hear this. What you see is Theron fall to the side. after she tapped his chest.
Do I realize that he's dead, or do I think he's like knocked out or unconscious or anything? Like,
Roll a medicine check. Do you want to inspect him, or are you just looking at him?
I'm just looking because it's going to depend on like what action I take as like my reaction to the situation.
Sure. From where you're standing and with how much you know there's magic happening all around you, it's hard to tell what just happened. It didn't look like anything substantial, especially coming from a background of like physical labor. It doesn't look like a tap on the chest would do anything really, but you know, especially as somebody that can cast powerful spells, you know that the potential that lies there.
Okay, I'm gonna jump back like 5-10 feet with my hands still on my sword.
Okay.
I'm going to move forward with my hands up. Like, clearly I'm not casting anything. Just a little bit. Like, just move towards her. Like, I'm addressing her. And then I'm going to cast message back and just say...
You're just going to respond to her message?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that. I'll say our companion overstepped. He doesn't understand. Is there any way you can give him back his life? Lesson learned.
For much you ask, there is a price. In addition to the advice?
No, just this.
What are you willing to part with?
I'll walk up to her.
Okay.
And take out one of my bloody coins.
Okay.
And I'll offer it to her.
She looks at the coin and raises an eyebrow and looks into your eyes, and you feel a presence there. You can either allow the presence to be there, or you can roll a wisdom saving throw.
I'll allow it.
You feel as if somebody has just walked into your personal office and has just gone through all your filing cabinets. Looking through your medical records, through financial data, everything personal to you has just been sifted through and searched. And then they left the room, and you feel the presence leave. This will do, I should think.
Just nod.
Do you take out one or both?
I took out one initially.
And she reaches for the first. And she says, "And with my help, you won't sink." And she waits.
Like she wants the second one. All right.
So you take the second coin out, you give it to her. She puts them, she wraps them up in a cloth and puts them into her robes. She retrieves a vial from from one of her shelves, and she tosses it to you, Desmond.
I catch it.
She continues and she says,
To the lake you will go. The path is but a haze. To where you want to be, you must first traverse the maze. A puzzle there is, a puzzle to solve, to test your wit, to test your resolve. The answer you'll find in the arcane. But answer wrongly, and soon you'll wane. The riddle is tough, but you can conquer. And to the tower, you'll walk on water.
She steps maybe 4 feet back away from her door, kind of walking over to her rocking chair. And she says,
Begone with ye. I grow tired. Chances are you'll soon expire.
and the door shuts.
Is Theron breathing?
Right now? No. Desmond, you hold a vial of liquid.
I'll hand the vial to Ren.
I'm just going to shake my head and walk away.
I'll pick Theron up, or at least like lean him forward, uncork it, and give it to Theron.
Okay. Theron, you awaken on, you're lying on your back. You're resting in Desmond's arm. You feel the plate of his armor on your back from his arm, and you awaken from what was a terrible nightmare, it seems, of utter darkness. Even seeing Desmond's face, you have a hard time orienting yourself, but after you take a few breaths rapidly, you quickly realize where you are. Seeing the hut and seeing the other three.
Just tell Desmond that this is all a mistake. Shouldn't have come here.
I'm going to look down at him and say, that's 2 that you owe us now. And then I'm going to let go and mount my horse.
I'm mounting up.
Yeah, I'm on my horse. I'm already kind of headed back towards the entrance.
Yeah.
Desmond, a little pouch of coins of 15 gold.
I don't have any need for your gold. If you're looking to repay us, then repay us in actions. Repay us in deeds.
Okay. All right. Well, as you guys travel back into the village proper of Sandalwood, you've got a lot to ponder. You know that the Beholder's Eye Lake lies to the north, I think the northeast. You're going to have to cross a bit of a river, but then you'll be sort of there. So you've got a lot to ponder from what Lady Blanche said, and that's where we're going to cut it tonight.